This is a video over kind of how to get started doing Zhongxi Tai Chi, and how to develop a home practice. So if you're, and this is purely for functional fitness. If you're learning Zhongxi Tai Chi and you're learning it for application and you're developing the throws from the Swajiao, beyond just the practice of the movement. That would be for another video. So this is purely more for the person that's coming to Tai Chi for strength and mobility, for you're 45 and you're looking for a good functional exercise for yourself. Or you're 70 and you're looking for something to help with leg strength and core, and or you're younger and you want to try Tai Chi. I mean, there are all kinds of different reasons why you would just do Tai Chi for functional fitness. So that being said, there are some categories of stuff. So if you're not training with me and you live somewhere else and you like the look of the Zhong Tai Chi and you want to try to put yourself a home practice together so that you can kind of progress in learning it. If you're somebody that potentially may want to teach Zhongxi Tai Chi for functional fitness, that's something else too that I can discuss with people. So we've got a few different categories of stuff, and pretty much all of this stuff there are videos on my YouTube channel for. So one of the first things to start with would be loosening exercises. And what are those? Those are things to kind of help to warm up the body, to loosen up the joints, to kind of get the body moving and flowing before I start doing more things. And so there's a whole series of those that go from the head to the feet, right? Primarily working on my joints, my ankles, my knees, my hips, my shoulders, my elbows, wrists, my neck, all of that kind of stuff. That's what that's about. And so then there's Tao Bao. There's 13 Tao Bao. And you can liken these to stretches, if you want to say it like that. Something, I don't like to use the term stretches, but stretches, or you could say they're like yoga postures, or you could say they're like Qigong postures. You know, like there's different kinds of Qigong, right? You know, for doing it purely as for exercise, the calisthenic, there's Qigong routines like that. You could liken it to that. So they're more about my balance and stressing my stability, movements like this to help to make me more aware of my posture, my balance, my core, all of that kind of stuff like that. And there are videos over all 13 of them, me actually doing the movements, explaining the movements in depth, all of that kind of stuff. And then we have exercises and apparatus. So not everybody needs to do additional exercises beyond the form work, but let's say, for example, you're starting out and you're maybe in your early 70s, and your walking gait has narrowed up quite a bit, and maybe you're leaning forward, and some of it is because of the core muscles are weak, or your hip flexors are not that strong, so it's hard to get that foot out there. And so there's several videos over exercises that can help you with that. A lot of them I'm using a door frame or a chair. You can do them without any of that stuff. Those exercises are good for anybody, but in your home practice, you may want to do those additional exercises to kind of concentrate your efforts on strengthening the core and the legs. The apparatus are a similar thing. I'm using the apparatus to concentrate on strengthening my grip or my arm strength, or we even use a stick for rotational movements and things like that. Things to like the balls there, right, or the bricks. There's several different exercise apparatus. Again, you may need those to help to strengthen the body more so that you feel more comfortable as you're trying to train the forms, right? And then other people may want to do those to enhance themselves even more. So, but none of them are required. I mean, they're there for those that want to do them, and there are videos over those. So then we have Tai Chi walking, or you can say footwork, right? And there's walking forward, walking backwards, raising the knee up as I walk forward, raising it up as I walk backwards. There is turning around, there's stepping behind and turning, there's stepping across and turning. And the Tai Chi walking is purely more to, for me, I feel, it's more to improve your ability to enhance your footwork. At the same time, if you're newer to it and you start working these movements, it's a great opportunity to become more aware of your posture and how you're standing and ways to make yourself more stable. Not just to do Tai Chi, but for your day-to-day. And a lot of people will say, late 60s to, through 80, they would maybe functionally want the walking more for that. Say you're younger, 30s, 40s, 50s, you're probably more focused on doing that, the walking to improve the footwork for the postures and the forms. Then there's moving postures. And moving postures are the movements from the form taken out, right? Like say, for example, a single whip or a brush knee or diagonal flying, right? And so I take those out and then I practice them and I link them together, right? Like this. I link the pieces together. And it helps me to develop more continuity with the movements. It helps me to make them much more smoother. It helps me to get that idea that as I'm doing the form, I'm linking two postures together to create the form. They're really good for that. And then two, you can extract 2 or 3 or 4 movements out of the form as a unit, right? Like single whip and wave the hands like clouds, right? And then I do the single whip again. Or snake creeps down, golden rooster stands on one leg and repulse the monkey, right? And then I practice this over and over, and it helps me to develop more fluid action, or that's that part in the form. You can also just use your imagination, your creativity, and like something like this, snake creeps down, diagonal fly, brush knee, play pipa. It's not really anywhere in the long form where you're going to find that, but it's just tying things together in a fluid way, and by doing that, it just helps me to enhance my ability to do the forms. At the same time, if I was going beyond just functional fitness and I'm using the postures, it really helps me to, we'll say if I was going to apply it with another person. And I've practiced this movement, quite a lot, and I've got it somewhat smooth. So when I'm practicing with a partner, I'm more focused on things like attachment, distance, execution of the movement, because I've kind of been working on, where do my feet go, where do my hands go, and all that as I've been practicing the individual pieces. There's another segment to that of moving postures, and those are swajal postures. And those swajal postures are actually just throws. And if you're doing Chang Tai Chi and you keep developing through the system and you get to, like, say, the leg skills or, learning more about throws and things like that, those will help you out a lot. And they're the same way, right? Like, just like with the Tai Chi postures, these moving postures for the swajal, like this is cut, it's a takedown, right? So I may practice several of these different ones to get more familiar with the posture, which is the throw, and then instead of just linking things together, we link things together into a combination. Like say, for example, forward kicking and twist and spring, right? Or knee seizing and neck muffing kicking, right? And so those are great for functional fitness because they'll stress my balance a little bit more than, say, some of the Tai Chi postures. And they're really great for that. And two, if I wanted to take it and make it about application and I'm practicing these individual throws like that, it really helps me to get that coordination and where things go and work that balance. So then when I actually have the luxury of a partner, I have the basic body mechanics down. And so I can focus more again on attachment, distancing, the stability. In other words, I can focus more on what it's doing. I kind of know where it's at. And we also have, and this isn't for everybody, but falling and getting up. There's videos over that as well. And it's a really good idea if you're, 60 plus, even 55 plus, to role play out falls and how to get yourself back up off the ground. Why is that important? A lot of people, especially that are coming to Tai Chi or already maybe have some stability issues or balance issues, and practicing falling down and learning how to protect your head well and being able to get up and seeing or not if you have the strength really to get yourself back up. And if not, go back to those exercises, right? And the other aspect of the falling and getting up, if you're just doing it for functional fitness is one thing, but if you're doing it for the application part and you're practicing the throws with a partner, you really want to know how to protect yourself when you fall down, and you want to be able to get up in a good way, so you're not wasting too much energy every time you have to get up off the ground. So I recommend that. And then of course we have forms, and there are some short routines that are more contemporary forms that you can do with a functional fitness, and then as well as the long form. And because there's some other auxiliary forms and things like that you can do too. But point being, if I start out and I'm trying to develop this home practice, I'm going to keep adding these different pieces. I may take something out or add something back, but these primary things are what I want to work on. Loosening exercises, the Taobao, exercises and apparatus if I need them, the Tai Chi walking, which is my footwork, the moving postures as singles and then as combined pieces, and then I'm going to work into my forms. And again, what I was talking about, the falling and getting up, and then there's some other auxiliary things you could add too, but that core of those 6 things is a really good way to go. Loosening exercises, the Taobao, the exercise and apparatus, if you need them, Tai Chi walking, moving postures into combinations, and forms. And there are videos over all of this stuff. So if you just search through the playlist, some of the playlists will be over these things specifically, and then other ones you would have to probably go into the playlist for the Tai Chi or for the Swa Jiao. You can find the Taobao there as well. So anyway, I hope that helps. And again, this is purely for the people that are looking for this as for functional fitness. If you're wanting to learn it for application and get more in depth into what Chang Tai Chi is and understanding Swa Jiao and how it plays a large role in Chang Tai Chi, then you'd want to develop past that. But anyway, and for those that are looking for an additional program, maybe added to their school or a church group, something like that, or wanting to learn some Tai Chi, this is the program that we have for Chang Tai Chi for functional fitness is a good way to go. There's no esoteric stuff in it or metaphysics. It's purely we're looking at strength and mobility and conditioning, so again, functional fitness, so that I can improve my overall health and maintain it. So if you kind of look at it from that perspective, it's a really good system, and it's not just learning a form. A lot of these programs that are available out there online, and you learn a routine. Anybody can memorize a routine after a while, but it's the additional auxiliary training and things like that that really can build the person up and also keep their motivation there to keep practicing. A lot of times it's just one mundane thing that you're doing, and no way to progress beyond that. It can make you lose your interest. So we'll say. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. And like I said, just a brief, and then again, you can pull through the videos and things like that. Thank you for watching.